Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've made one of these videos. I do apologize. I think I got the dreaded C word, OVID. It wasn't intense, it was more or less really annoying. That's what a good way to describe COVID. Annoying AF. Alright, so, Bible. We read Numbers. I'm actually at Deuteronomy. Sorry if I pronounced that not the right way, I apologize. Was written mostly by Moses and a little bit by Joshua. So at this time in his life, Moses is quickly approaching death. He's very old, over 100 years old for sure. His time is nearing. So he actually delegates people to take over his duties because when he's gone, there's got to be someone to take over. So he assigns leaders to the tribes. They can serve for him, serve the justice, serve the judgments. Everything that needs to be done will be done through these leaders. Although Moses had a really difficult time delegating, he eventually does. Moses already knows, because he's been told by God, that he will not be making it to the promised land. Unfortunately, Joshua will be. So they kept in the wilderness for 40 years. This we already know. They always had the Lord on their side, though, despite how angry they made the Lord, how the people kept going back to worshiping idolatry, worshiping demons, Nephilim, giants. No matter how many times they went back to that, God was always able to pull them back towards him, and he continued traveling with them. So they took down many Anunnaki, many demonic worshiping, took down a lot of people, and turned a lot of unholy land into holy land. This includes Bashan, Gilead, Moab, etc. So these lands were now godly lands. The army that rose against God's people were all defeated. Every single warrior. Joshua, not Moses, led the people across the Jordan River into the promised land, as Moses seems to have very much disappointed the Lord. He does do this, unfortunately. I don't know if you remember how Moses disappoints the Lord. Basically, Moses stops having faith. He has faith, but in a different way. And God basically tells them, do this. And then Moses says, well, no, don't you usually do it this way? I don't think that's going to work. And you shouldn't really trust. You should trust in God. You shouldn't question when he tells you to do things. So yeah, unfortunately, Moses disappoints God a little bit in this way. And I didn't pick up on this the first time I went through Exodus, that God is upset with Moses. I didn't pick up on that the first time I read it. So it's the whole rock split. For those, God told him to split the rock. Yes, God tells him to split the rock. He says, I don't know if I can do this, because last time I split the rock with the staff, and now you're telling me to split